Between 1968 and 1969, Northern California was gripped by fear as a series of brutal murders were committed by an individual who would come to be known as the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac claimed responsibility for at least 5 confirmed killings and sent a series of taunting letters and cryptic ciphers to local newspapers, challenging authorities and the public to catch him. The Zodiac's reign of terror began on December 20, 1968, with the murders of high school students Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday. The couple was on a date and had parked on a remote road near Vallejo, California. They were shot at close range. Betty Lou was found 28 feet from the car, suggesting she tried to flee. David was found next to the car. There were no witnesses, and the crime scene provided few clues. On July 4, 1969, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau were shot while sitting in Ferrin's car at a parking lot in Vallejo. Mageau survived the attack and described the assailant as a white male in his late 20s to early 30s. The attacker used a flashlight to blind his victims before shooting them. This time, the killer called the Vallejo Police Department from a phone booth to report the crime and take credit for the murders. The Zodiac's next confirmed attack occurred on September 27, 1969. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were picnicking at Lake Berryessa when they were approached by a man wearing a black hood with a white cross-circle symbol. He tied them up and then brutally stabbed them. Hartnell survived and provided a description of the attacker. A message was found on Hartnell's car door, detailing the previous attacks and claiming responsibility. Paul Stein, a cab driver, was shot and killed in the Presidio Heights neighborhood of San Francisco on October 11, 1969. The Zodiac took Stein's wallet and keys and cut off a piece of Stein's shirt, later mailing it to the San Francisco Chronicle. This murder was different from the previous attacks as it occurred in an urban area, and there were witnesses who provided a description of the killer. The Zodiac's letters are infamous for their cryptic nature and taunting tone. He sent letters to local newspapers, including the San Francisco Chronicle, Vallejo Times-Herald, and San Francisco Examiner, taking credit for the murders and including parts of a cipher he claimed would reveal his identity. On August 1, 1969, 3 letters were sent to the newspapers. Each letter included 1/3 of a 408-symbol cryptogram. The Zodiac demanded that the letters be published on the front page, threatening to kill again if they were not. The cryptogram was solved by a couple from Salinas, California, and it revealed a disturbing message: "I like killing people because it is so much fun." A second cipher, known as the 340-character cipher, was sent to the San Francisco Chronicle on November 8, 1969. This cipher remained unsolved for 51 years until a team of private citizens cracked it in December 2020. The decrypted message did not reveal the killer's identity but continued the taunting tone, stating, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me." Over the decades, numerous suspects have been proposed, but none have been definitively proven to be the Zodiac. Some of the most notable suspects include Arthur Lee Allen. Allen was a convicted child molester and the prime suspect for many years. Circumstantial evidence linked him to the crimes, but no definitive proof was ever found. He died in 1992, and subsequent DNA analysis of the Zodiac's letters did not match Allen's DNA. Lawrence Kane. Kane was suspected due to his resemblance to composite sketches and his proximity to the crime scenes. He also had a history of mental illness and a criminal record, but there was no conclusive evidence to link him to the Zodiac killings. Richard Gaikowski. Gaikowski was a journalist who was linked to the case through circumstantial evidence and claims made by a former colleague. However, like other suspects, there was no definitive proof. The Zodiac killer's reign of terror left a lasting impact on American culture, inspiring numerous books, films, and documentaries. His identity and motives remain one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in criminal history. The dark details of the Zodiac killer's crimes, the cryptic clues he left behind, and the ongoing quest to unmask America's most notorious serial killer continue to captivate and perplex investigators and the public alike.